I want to take you back a few years to a time where things weren't as well for you, when you were struck down by an illness due to cancel a tour, and you met a man from here in Ennis, Michael O Doherty, and he played a huge role, I know, in bringing you back on your feet.
He did, and I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to mention him shortly. Michael O Doherty, I can't say enough good things about this young man. He came into my life at a time when I couldn't even get out of a chair, and I had been on so much medication. He took me off all the medication, got me right back on my feet, started me training again, and I started dancing right away, and my body began healing itself. But I'm not the only one. Michael has helped countless people throughout the world, not just Ireland. I know he's not the type who talks about it because he tends to keep everything to himself. But I tell you what, he has helped so many of my friends, high-profile people. You just wouldn't believe it. And he has done magic. So I'm a big believer in Michael O Doherty, put it that way.
You've spoken very warmly of him for a number of years now, obviously, since you came into contact together around 2008 or that direction. How hard a time was that before you met him, and what was it like then to get some freedom afterwards, I suppose?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I mean, my body just had shut down. Too many years being on the road, burning the candle at both ends, running the business and performing every night and traveling every day, doing all the press. I suppose it was inhuman, really, what I was attempting to do those days. And finally, my body just shut down, and I couldn't go outside the front door. It was a really bad time. And recently married, I felt for my wife. We couldn't even have a honeymoon. And so literally when Michael came in, then everything changed dramatically and immediately, because what he does is the truth. The energy heals your body. And he's aware of that. He's very well educated. He's very well informed, and he has an enormous amount of experience in this field. He's incredibly confident. And maybe the best thing I could say about him is that he's so positive. When you have that kind of positivity and positive energy in your life, where you just want to help people all the time, that's going to shine. That's going to help, and it's infectious. I wish we had more of that attitude in the world today. We desperately need it.
I saw at the time of your retirement you spoke of there were a number of reports where you spoke of a healer. I presumed it was Michael. I didn't see him named in any of those, but is it fair to say the last few years of your career wouldn't have happened but for him? I mean, is his contribution that big?
His contribution has been great. I suppose, on the other hand, if you couldn't, it wouldn't matter who was helping you if you weren't willing to get up and work for it. And that's sort of what I'm built of. I'm of the same thing my father was. I worked day and night. My father's father was a workaholic. He was a workaholic, and I don't suppose I'm any different. But there's no question that Michael was a big help to me and a great true friend. That's another thing. He's a great friend of mine.
Another